Do you realize how many women move through the world without truly seeing how mesmerizing they really are? And I'm not only referring to physical appearance, there is something far deeper than that. I am speaking about that quiet, powerful essence inside you, the way you walk, observe, communicate, and the kind of energy you carry that can completely fascinate someone even when you are not trying to do so. The most remarkable truth is that many women underestimate this natural charm. You may believe that because you do not match certain beauty ideals, you cannot be truly captivating. But real attraction goes far beyond having a slim waist or wearing perfect makeup. It is rooted in quiet confidence, genuine authenticity, and a natural vibration that you release whenever you enter a space without speaking a single word. Today, I want to reveal the clearest indications that you are much more appealing than you think, and that men, even when attempting to conceal it, notice and feel it deeply. Some of these signs are so subtle that you may never realize their influence. But trust me, men do notice. Stay with this until the 9th sign, because it is one of the most ignored signs by women, yet for men, it is extremely irresistible. Sign 1. Men feel nervous when they are around you. This is one of the most honest and often overlooked signals. When a man behaves clumsily, avoids direct eye contact, or appears slightly uncomfortable, you might assume he is not interested. But usually, the opposite is true. He might be deeply fascinated, but unsure how to express it. Observe carefully. When a man feels attraction toward a woman who captivates him, his body language starts revealing it. He may touch his neck, adjust his clothing, cross and uncross his arms, talk either too quickly or too slowly, or even become quiet because he does not know what to say. It is not that he lacks personality. It is simply that your presence destabilizes him slightly. Some women do not only attract people physically, they command attention through presence alone. Your attitude, your energy, and your confidence can sometimes make even experienced men feel mentally overwhelmed. If you notice a man who is usually relaxed suddenly becoming stiff, adjusting posture repeatedly, or paying excessive attention to small details, then you are creating a real emotional impact. Most importantly, do not try to make yourself smaller just to keep him comfortable. If he feels nervous, it means he sees you as someone who deserves more than ordinary conversation. Sign 2. People keep looking at you even when you are not speaking. This may appear simple, but it is a very strong and frequently ignored indicator. When a woman is genuinely attractive in a deeper sense, the world tends to notice her naturally. You might simply be walking past, entering a restaurant, or standing in a queue waiting your turn. Yet something about you captures attention. The second glance matters more than the first. That moment when someone already passed but turns their head again to look at you shows that your presence created curiosity that a quick glance could not satisfy. This does not depend on wearing flashy clothing or perfect styling. Sometimes it is your posture, your calm but magnetic aura, or the natural elegance with which you carry yourself. True attraction is rarely announced loudly. It is simply felt. Many women do not notice this because they are focused on their phones, tasks, or destination. But if you ever feel someone looking twice at you, trust that feeling. It is usually accurate. Sign 3, you often underestimate yourself, but still receive compliments regularly. This is one of the most contradictory yet powerful signs that you are more attractive than you believe. Have you ever experienced a day when you felt ordinary, yet someone suddenly told you that you looked beautiful or said, "I cannot explain it, but there is something special about you"? That is not random. You naturally release energy that attracts others even when you are not aware of it. Women who are authentic and not obsessed with perfection tend to awaken something inside people. Your hairstyle might not feel perfect. Your clothing may appear simple. Your body might not meet some imagined standard, yet compliments keep coming. Why does this happen? Because your attraction is not limited to what is seen in a mirror. Something inside your voice, your laughter, and the natural way you move through life sends signals of impact without any forced effort. The difference between how you see yourself and how others see you often makes this effect even stronger. You are not trying hard, you are simply being yourself. That natural femininity combined with authenticity is extremely magnetic. When someone tells you that you possess something unique, do not ignore it. That unique quality is part of who you are. Sign 4. People find excuses to stay close to you even for small reasons. Many women fail to recognize this behavior. When a man is attracted but unsure how to approach directly, he searches for indirect ways to interact. Simple questions, small requests, or asking for minor help may appear casual, but they are often intentional. If a woman appears slightly intimidating in a positive way, a man may avoid direct compliments and instead create small opportunities to be near her. If this happens repeatedly, it is a meaningful indicator. The real goal is not the task he asks about, but the chance to remain in your presence. Pay attention to nervous smiles, changes in voice tone, and intense gazes during such trivial interactions. Sometimes when someone says, "Can you help me with this?" it may actually mean, "I don't know how to approach you directly, but I want to stay near you." Sign 5, some women criticize you without any real logical reason. This is not easy to hear, but it is important to understand. When a woman is truly attractive beyond physical appearance, including her presence, confidence, and behavior, some people may react negatively. It is not necessarily because you are doing something wrong. Most of the time, you are not even trying to stand out intentionally. Yet you may notice certain women giving strange looks, making passive-aggressive remarks, or criticizing things that do not even matter. It may feel like everything about you is considered too confident, too beautiful, too polished, or even too kind. You must understand that such unfair criticism is not truly about you. It is often about how others feel when they are around you. Your energy may force insecure people to evaluate themselves more harshly, which can trigger defensive reactions. Have you ever been called arrogant when you were simply quiet, or noticed someone competing with you in something you were not even interested in? That is exactly what may be happening. Not every woman will react this way. Many will admire you, feel inspired by you, or want to be close to you. But when you see unreasonable criticism, uncomfortable glances, or comments that try to reduce your brightness, do not take it personally. Consider it indirect evidence that you are shining more than you realize. Sign 6, strangers sometimes smile at you without knowing you. Have you ever walked on the street, visited a shop, or traveled in public transport, and suddenly someone, often a man, smiled at you without speaking? He may not attempt conversation. He may simply smile shyly, as if embarrassed to be noticed, or sometimes confidently, as if silently admiring you. That smile is rarely accidental. It reflects the energy you project. True attractiveness is not only about physical appearance, but also about how people feel when sensing your presence. Something in your walking style, eye contact, or simple existence may naturally attract reactions before you even speak. Such a smile is a silent acknowledgement, an unspoken expression of appreciation. This cannot be artificially created. It comes from genuine emotional response to your energy. So if someone smiles at you randomly, do not dismiss it as coincidence. It is often a natural reaction to who you are. Sign 7, men who are already in relationships may notice you more than usual. This is a sensitive but important observation. When a woman possesses strong natural attractiveness, her presence cannot easily be ignored. Sometimes even men who are committed elsewhere may struggle to control their attention. I am not saying this is correct or that you are responsible for it, but it happens more often than many women think. At social gatherings, while walking in public, or sitting inside a cafe, you may notice a lingering gaze from someone who is not available. They may attempt to hide it, but body language often reveals attraction. Attraction is not always fully controllable because it responds to deeper emotional and visual signals. Remember, it is not your fault. It is not about intentionally provoking anyone. It simply shows that your natural feminine energy is powerful, magnetic, and difficult to ignore, even by those who should not be paying attention. Sign 8, you receive significant attention on social media even when you do not try to show much. Many women experience this, but often underestimate its meaning. You may post a casual photograph without dramatic posing or revealing clothing, yet still receive many reactions, likes, and messages. You may wonder what makes that picture special. The truth is that it is not only about the photo itself, but about you. Your natural presence is reflected even through simple content. Sometimes people are attracted to authenticity rather than effort. When you do not try too hard to gain attention, your natural beauty and personality become more visible. People feel comfortable connecting with simplicity. Your casual style, natural expression, or relaxed posture may communicate confidence and inner peace, which many people find extremely attractive without consciously understanding why. Sign 9. This is the most overlooked sign, yet it is extremely powerful. People sometimes feel comfortable observing you quietly, even if they do not interact much. You may notice that someone pays attention from a distance, watches how you talk, move, or express emotions, but never directly explains it. This happens because your presence creates emotional curiosity. You may not always receive direct words, but silent observation itself is a form of admiration. Many women ignore this sign because it is subtle, but for men, it can be very irresistible. When someone watches you quietly without needing conversation, it usually means your natural energy has created strong attraction. Remember this important truth. You are not trying to become attractive. You are simply revealing the attraction that already exists inside you. Real femininity is not about forcing attention, but allowing your natural presence, confidence, and authenticity to speak silently. When you embrace who you are, your energy becomes even more powerful. You are far more captivating than you may currently believe, and many people around you already feel it even if they never say it directly. True attractiveness does not need loud display. What truly fascinates people is what you naturally radiate through your authenticity, your steady gaze, and your calm presence. That kind of energy can move across distance, as if it carries silent meaning. Men can sense it, even when they cannot explain how they feel. Some of them may not even understand their own reactions. Many women believe they must do more, present more, or carefully design their public image to attract attention. But the real strength lies in simply being yourself. Whether you are wearing a plain shirt, not using makeup, or sharing ordinary life moments, the attention you receive without trying becomes evidence that you are far more captivating than you believe. Sign 9, men often feel confused around you. This is one of the clearest but most misunderstood signs. Perhaps you have experienced this situation before. A man may show strong interest, seek your attention, talk frequently, give compliments, and then suddenly distance himself as if nothing happened. Later, he may return again behaving normally. You might wonder if he is playing emotional games or if he actually wants something from you. The truth is that sometimes he is not trying to play. Instead, he is struggling with emotions he cannot easily control. When a man feels deep attraction, especially toward a woman he considers special, that attraction can become overwhelming. He may feel slightly intimidated, unsure how to speak properly, or afraid of saying the wrong thing. So he may pull away, not because he lost interest, but because he feels too strongly. You may think he is not interested, but in reality, he is trying to organize his thoughts and figure out how to approach you carefully without revealing too much vulnerability. Some men move away because they feel they are not good enough. Others return after gathering courage. In both situations, the meaning is similar. Something about you creates emotional disturbance in them. If a man disappears for no clear reason and then returns acting as if nothing unusual happened, do not immediately assume confusion or lack of interest. Sometimes it is simply attraction that he does not know how to manage. Sign 10. You do not completely recognize your own inner influence. This may be the strongest sign because it happens more often than you imagine. Many highly attractive women do not fully believe in their own attractiveness. They continue moving through life, doubting themselves, comparing themselves with others, and wondering whether they are good enough, while in reality, they are already creating meaningful impact. And this truth becomes visible. It is visible when you enter a room quietly without trying to attract attention, yet people still notice you. It is visible when you speak simply without attempting to impress, yet your words leave stronger impression than someone trying too hard. The reason is simple. You are not forcing attraction. You are simply existing with natural confidence. Living in authenticity holds incredible influence. But when you fail to recognize your own value, that power remains partially hidden, like light covered gently by a thin veil. When you begin accepting your worth calmly, without arrogance, but with peaceful certainty, something inside you changes. Your posture, your eye expression, and your energy start aligning naturally. And this feeling can be sensed even from distance. If a small part of you doubts the energy you emit, remember one important truth. Your strength does not begin when someone else notices you. It begins the moment you accept yourself. Sign 11, your absence can sometimes be noticed even more than your presence. Some women attract attention the moment they enter a place. Others, and you might belong to this group, create an impression where their absence is felt strongly. When you leave a room, something inside the environment seems slightly dimmer. The natural warmth and comfortable feeling you bring may suddenly disappear, and people may sense that difference. Maybe nobody speaks about it directly. Maybe you never consciously notice it. But when a woman is genuinely captivating, it is not only about what she shows, it is also about how she makes others feel. When she is gone, the contrast becomes obvious. Conversations may shift. Energy may feel cooler. Without understanding why, people may begin thinking about her presence again. That is what makes a woman unforgettable. You do not only arrive in places, you stay inside memories, thoughts, and emotional impressions. Sometimes you may not even try, sometimes you may not know it is happening. If you have ever noticed someone watching you leave, or someone later saying, "You left too early," or something similar, it is another silent way of saying your presence had emotional impact. Sign 12, silence with you is not uncomfortable. It feels intense. Very few women realize this, but many men clearly experience it. When a woman is truly attractive, she does not need constant talking to create connection. Simply sitting together without speaking can feel meaningful and emotionally rich. Silence around such a woman is not awkward or heavy. Instead, it feels deep and thoughtful, like unspoken understanding exists between two people. Some men may feel pressure to speak because the silence itself feels powerful. They may try to break it because your presence alone already creates emotional intensity. This is not about dominance or control. It is about natural magnetism that does not require words. When two people can share silence without discomfort, it often means emotional resonance is present. Many people underestimate the meaning of comfortable silence, but it is often one of the strongest indicators of genuine attraction and presence. Remember that true attractiveness is not about trying to become someone else. It is about allowing your natural character, confidence, and feminine energy to flow freely. When you live honestly as yourself, your inner light becomes more visible. And that quiet strength is what people remember long after they have met you.